Hi there, just finished a week at Les Vaux in La Rue Francais. Just thought we'd do a quick video. Basically, because whenever we've looked on YouTube in the past, there's not very much information out there about this place, and it is such a fantastic lake that we just thought we had to do something. We don't normally make videos to put on YouTube or anything like that, so it's not your sort of your normal, you know, when people start filming at the beginning of the holiday and throughout the week, all the way to the end. We just sort of thought, we've done a week, we've had a cracking week, and we would literally just give a few tips and a bit of information about the place, in case anyone's interested in, you know, in booking in the future, and it might sort of help you out a bit. Just to say that I'm not being sponsored by anybody, or obviously the owner or anything like that. I might mention a few names like brands and whatever, but it's just because that's what we're using. But there are obviously other brands available. So just a quick one about the facilities. Essentially, it comes with a gîte, which is a French house, and you can't fault the facilities. You really can't. They've got a 3-bedroom house which sleeps up to 10 people. And that comes with a well packed out kitchen, cooker, everything like that. Obviously shower, there's even a bar, nice front room with Sky TV and disabled access. Around the lake you've got essentially there's 4 swims, because really there's only 4 anglers allowed, and each swim comes with its own cradle, sling, weighing tripod. And there's tables and chairs dotted around, which is all really nice. Although, to be honest, we've brought our own chairs just for that extra bit of comfort, because they are kind of like the picnic chairs, which is fair enough, you know. The guy who runs it, and it's a husband and wife, Chaz and Josie, both cracking people. Josie mainly does the admin, and Chaz is more in charge of he runs the lake itself. He pops down most days, and just to sort of, you know, help you out, make sure you're okay, that you're fishing well. And the thing is with Chaz, he's owned this place for 18 years, and he literally knows the lake inside out. He really knows his stuff. And for us personally, he's helped massively. And what with the setup of the rigs, where to bait up, where to cast to, everything like that. And you know, like I say, his knowledge is second to none, and we really strongly advise that you listen to his advice. Appreciate, you know, a lot of people fish other lakes in France and, you know, think, oh well, this worked there, so we're going to bring it to Les Vaux. But quite often, what a lot of people might find is that, you know, certain lakes, certain things work much better than other things. And whereas with here, it tends to be the sort of the claw rig style on like a pink pop-up, which we will show you a little video of just how we've set it up ourselves. And I'll do that now, and then quickly come back for any other information. That's a lump. It's a lump. Ooh. Oh my god. That's beautiful. So here we have a Les Vaux mirror carp. It's an absolute cracker. Where's it gone? Okay. We'll get him on the scales.
Let's come out the way.
Yeah. That's handy, isn't it?
Right, dude.
Okay.
Those fins proper bent up.
Oh dear. Okay. Let's get this net out of the way. This abuse. So the scales have been zeroed according to the weight of the sling. Turn the camera around a bit. Alright. Here we go. Yes!
What is it, Vic?
Just keep him still for a sec. 49.
Wow.
49 pounder. Come on! Right, let's get him a couple of pictures. And then we'll get back in the water. Definitely felt bigger than the 30 from yesterday, that's for sure. Can you do some pictures, is that right? My first ever 40. Caught on camera. Here we go. I don't know how I'm going to lift this up, man. I'll give it a go though. There you go, mate. Oh. Ah.
Put it down a little bit.
Hello, mate. You little beauty. Oh. Oh, just moved then, didn't it? Do it from over there, shall I?
Yeah.
Need to get down to the gym more. Here he is. Let him catch his breath a bit. And away.
Nice one, geese.
Tom's got a fish on. Let's have a little look. Ooh.
Net him.
Okay.
Got his shoulders on him.
Absolutely gorgeous. And in the net. Yes. Oh. Look at that beauty.
Slab, innit?
That's a slab. Let's get it on the bank.
There's the claw rig and it's
What a beauty.
look at that.
Absolute slab. Yeah. Well done, mate. Can I take the rod away?
It's like right round there.
Okay. I'm just trying to find where the line is. Don't want to be leaving a 5-ounce lead in the old sling whilst weighing it. Okay.
Lift it up and you get this net.
Alright, lovely mate. He's going mental.
What's your camera?
So close. Right, round over. Right. That was crazy. Ready? Go. Righto. Righto. In the sling then he goes. And I'll get him on the scale. Hang on. What we got then? 44. Well, just
44.
under 44. That'll do you, eh, mate? Oh, yes.
All day long.
Right. It's going mental.
Down.
It's the fish of a lifetime, Tom. Fish of a lifetime. Oh, my word.
Right. Can he lift it?
I don't know. Can he lift it?
Can he? Oh. Photo shoot, man.
Photo shoot, dude.
Shaking.
Oh.
Don't want to get the old slap round the face.
Time to get him back in the net, back in the lake. Into the drink. Yes. Just the beauty.
There she goes. That's the size of her, man.
Absolute monster. There we go. And yeah, it's gone, Tom. Fair play, mate.
Oh.
Just wanted to run through the rig we've been using here at Les Vaux, which is in La Rue, à Francais, as they say. Basically, it starts off with a 45-pound leader, which got fused ends. These are from Gemini, really good. And from there, go straight into a rig clip, 4.5 ounce lead with a quick release swivel, which doesn't actually have any tubing on it or around it, no anti-tangle sleeve or anything. We've been advised that we don't need it by the owner here, Chaz, and to be fair, he's been absolutely bang on. It's been perfect. So that goes into a stiff boom, 30-pound stiff boom, fused at each end as well, onto what would be a runny rig. However, we've done it with a bit of a twist, which we believe has made a big difference this week. We've put shrink tubing on, which goes over the eye of the hook and comes up about 3 to 4 mil onto the hook. When you steam it, you literally hold it right round to create like a claw, and it's absolutely devastating. We've had loads of 40s this week and it's just been fantastic. And then to tip it off, we've got this Nash Citrus pink pop-up. Pinks have really been doing the business this week, but this one's got an extra sort of je ne sais quoi to it, which is the fact that it's been shaped down to a cone. know if you can see that. So it sits upright. The fish can see the whole of the boilie, but underneath it's trimmed right down. Not only does that give it a bit more sort of ability to just bob around a bit in the water, it means you don't have to put any tungsten or beading around the bottom of the boom to keep it, and it literally sits just like that off the water. Any disturbance, it just pops up and gently pops back down again. It's absolutely devastating. Give it a go. Right, we're going to get this in and come back if we have a fish. Nice big one, we'll do a video for you. Fingers crossed. So I thought I'd better record this one. It's a bit of a beast. Oh my god, look at the size of that. So let's get him in the sling. Get him weighed. Get some pictures. There we go. Not quite a 50, but just over 46. Let's have a look. There he is. That'll do. So that was the rig, and generally pink does do very well, but also white can also do well. But possibly, you know, sort of mid to 3/4 of the way through the week, it's definitely worth changing them up a little bit, because it did seem like the fish got a bit cute towards the sort of end of the week, and the pinks weren't quite taking as many fish as they were initially. So what we did do is swap over to a white, and also we swapped over to a darker pop-up, which also produced. And like throughout the week we've had 16 fish. 8 of them have been 40s, and with the biggest being we had 2 49s, like literally just off the 50 mark, but it's not a problem. So, but what will happen in the next couple of years, most of those 40s, mid 40s and upper 40s will be 50s. So, and there's quite a few 50s in here, which, you know, will turn into 60s very soon. And there's also fish up to 62, 63 pound at the moment. What we found works well is essentially not just focusing on the one spot all week. There's certain times throughout the day when it really does change up. So for example, at night time, we've definitely produced more fish from the far margins, and then during the day it's been more of the sort of the middle of the lake. There's an old riverbed that runs straight through from the Monk all the way down to the other end, and quite often you'll see it around 4 5 o'clock ish. It's just bubbling up, absolutely full of life. And I think we've had about 4 or 5 fish, virtually, you know, one every day minimum from the middle. And it seems to us like there's sort of certain times of the day when we were getting repeat catches. So for example, it was always around about sort of 6 o'clock in the morning, and then we had a couple around 11, and then it'd be the 4 or 5 o'clock ones in the afternoon, and then usually around about sort of 10 o'clock at night to I think we had about 3 about 10 o'clock, and then the rest of them came around about 2 o'clock in the morning. So it certainly keeps you busy, this place, it really does. We, on all of our rigs, we were using a PVA stick, which had just pellets and crushed up boilie, which seemed to work really well. We used the bait boat on a few of them. There's a few spots where really you do need a boat, but for the majority of the fishing you can actually get to it if you're quite accurate with your casting. Not that we are like, you know, anything more than amateur anglers, but you know, if you're quite an experienced angler, you should be able to get pretty much everywhere on the lake. And the beauty is, once you cast in, especially on the far margin, you can come round to the other side and it's very easy to bait up around the area. Albeit what we both found, and the time previous that we came here, is a good spread of bait, often with a throw-in stick, really does get them rummaging around and seem to work better than just lots of little piles of bait. So, but you know, see how you go with that one. Chaz actually provides bait. It's quite a reasonable price. I think it's €11 a kilo, and it's the best one that we found that we use is called Provit or Provit. It's something along those lines, and he also does a nutty one as well. But we went with the Provit, and it certainly did the business for us. So hopefully it could do the business for you. So there really is no need to bring your own bait, apart from the risk if you're coming from the UK of the, you know, the €1,000 fine and getting it all taken off you, which has happened. Chaz was saying in the last 6 months it's happened at least 3 or 4 times, where people have literally come over with 1,200 quid's worth of bait or 500 quid's worth of bait and been stopped, not at the UK ports, but literally just as they're getting through off the boat into France, pulled over, had the lot taken. And I mean, that must just be gut wrenching. I feel for those chaps, but it's up to them to take the risk in the first place, isn't it? Anyhow, there is a massive advantage about this place as well, which is the fact that just down the road, about 10 minutes, is a place called Fourgères. And essentially there's a big supermarket, there's a Carrefour supermarket, there's also an Aldi, and I think there's a Lidl, and also, not to you know, put too much emphasis on it, but there's a McDonald's and a Burger King, which we found to be quite a nice relief. So yeah, so I've told you about the fishing, about the rigs, about the bait. Chaz, obviously top man, make sure you listen to him. His wife Josie, she's a lovely lady as well. And so if you do come here, you know, I hope this video helps, and you know, good luck basically, and tight lines. Cheers.